Hi, this is Lady Lex UK and this is another tutorial for Project Spark. Now recently I have been revisiting some old Project Spark videos and I watched a Sparkisode. This was a series of videos made by the community management team, sort of fun like cartoons about two inept adventurers. And in the second episode, with this set in space, they had a tentacled alien model. It wasn't major for the plot, it was sort of just there in the background, and it was really impressive. And unfortunately, whoever coded it and whatever code they used has gone in the depths of time, because nobody made a video on how it was done. Nobody showed us the code. So if there's anybody out there who knows the code that was used to make it, then we'd love to see it. And I'm sure it involves trigonometry and vectors and mathematics, and it's way beyond me. However, I did look up on Coding Conversation, hoping that somebody might have written it up. Somebody saying, well, I think you could make a tentacle using ZG Lug's capsule. So what on earth is ZG Lug's capsule? Well, this is it here. Now, you might be looking at that and thinking, what the hell is that? Well, that was a prize. There was a game jam, and the winner, ZG Lug, had as his prize, he could have anything made by Team Dakota, and everybody would be able to use it. He could have had anything. He could have had a car, he could have had a window, he could have had a building, a dog, anything, and he chose this. Obviously, he had his reasons, and this is what they made for him. I think we were all like, "Well, it's interesting, but I don't know what I could do with it." So now I've got something I can do with it. Now it has its own logic and physics which make no sense whatsoever, and it is a nightmare to work with because it constantly moves, and so you have to get this prepared in advance before you start trying to attach it to things, because it moves and it makes everything attached to it move. It's a nightmare. So first of all, we're going to go into its properties and we're going to turn its power off. This is vital. If you don't do this, you're going to be throwing things at your Xbox, throwing things at the screen and swearing and telling everybody how you think Project Spark is a heap of rubbish. Right. Okay, so we're going to make some extra ones here. And what we're going to do is we're going to attach. So we're going to attach this one to this one, this one to this one, and immediately that started moving. So we go like that, and we go back. You go like that, and you go into test, and then you go back to edit, and now it stopped moving. Believe me, it's the most ridiculous thing ever. But this is what you have to do. Otherwise, it starts moving and then you can't do anything. So you go into test. And you come back out. And that's moving like you wouldn't believe. Anyway, never mind. So we're going to... Yeah, here we go. It's all gone mental now. Right, we're moving that one there. We're going to move this one to here. This one's going down here. Like I say, this isn't right. Going into test mode. Okay, back out. It is really difficult to use these because, like I say, they have their own logic. And we got that last one. I'm trying to get that in position. That looks like it might be right. Okay, so now you have made your tentacle, and yes, it's moving around like... Let me just go back into test mode. And it's still moving, but it's not quite so bad. Right, now we've got to turn it on. So we'll turn the top one on. Power on. And now we have a moving tentacle, ladies and gentlemen. Right, so over here I have an alien that I've made using those tentacles. And that's similar to the one that they, similar in look to the one that they used in the Sparkacides thing. Not as nice. And that's what it looks like in its default setting. So let me just go into test mode and you'll see. There they are. Moving around. All these really tentacles. And there's my tentacle up there that I just made. And you can also, the way they move by turning the power on different different capsules on the chain. And it will affect the way it looks and how it moves. But there we go. Now then, I'm going to show you something cool. I have here, you can use a logic cube. I've just used this cylinder. But use a logic cube. Let me turn its brain on. Right, in here, I've got a once statement for each of these capsules. You're going to make them all invisible, and then we're going to attach, I'm going to start with this rock. We're going to attach one of these rocks to the center socket, and we're going to make it, let's make it green, shall we? Let's make it green. It's a green monster. Okay, so that's what we're going to do, and this rock here is a templated object. So here we go. And now we have these tentacles. That looks pretty cool. I think that looks great. Look at that. Let's change the look of it entirely. So it doesn't have to look like the capsules. It can look like this. In fact, you can experiment with all sorts of things. Let me just use the alien asteroid. There we go. And now I've got some sort of watery tentacles. That looks really good too. And you can make your own props. You can glue things together and experiment with this, and you get some really interesting effects. That looks cool. Let's try something I haven't tried before. Let's randomly put something in. What should we put? I want something vaguely ancient shrine. That's interesting. Wonder what that will do. Right. Okay, we'll put it in. Has it got any brains in it? Nope. Good. Right, we'll make it a template. Right. And then I haven't tried this, so I don't know what this is going to look like. And we'll pick a ancient shrine. Here we go. Woo! Ah, now that's interesting. Maybe if I turn it the other way. Okay, so if we say we'll go once, up equals will down. I'll turn it upside down. Let's see what that does. Ugh. But it's different anyway. Anyway, you can experiment and you can move things around and do all sorts. But yes, there we go. How to make alien things, alien tentacles. It looks like, and that looks quite good as a tail. Look, ta-da! With it upside down. That looks pretty cool, actually. I like that. There we go. You can make your own tentacles using Zhigiloo's cubes and capsules. And please, don't leave in the comments that you tried it and it was a nightmare. I know it's a nightmare. It's a difficult thing to make, but it's difficult and simple. At least you're not having to do any trigonometry. Okay, thanks for watching. Hope it's useful, and keep sparking.